Bowtie Guy 85 here, and today we are talking about blazers. So, first of all, I want to start with the difference between blazer and sport coat, because a lot of times you're going to hear that name being used interchangeably, and that is incorrect. There are some major distinctions between a blazer and a sport coat, and I want to go over those first. So first and foremost, a blazer is always going to be a solid color, as opposed to a sport coat, which has different patterns and textures, and a blazer is usually all wool and of a similar texture. Now this one I have is more of an Oxford texture, which is also acceptable, but you're not going to have like tweed and things like that like you can with the sport coats. Another distinction is the buttons. A sport coat is going to have regular buttons just like a suit jacket, whereas the blazer, you're going to have these metal buttons. Now traditionally, you're going to see gold or brass. In more recent years, you have different buttons out now like silver and antique silvers and sterling silvers, so a little more versatility. Now traditionally the buttons would have like a crest on it or some kind of nautical theme. When they were first imagined, I would assume that people would have like custom buttons to their own family crest, because this originated in England and it's a traditional kind of family thing over there to do different things like that with your wardrobe, or at least it was. And now you have all kinds of different button options, different hobbies. I've seen like skull and crossbones, just different things, appealing to a wide array of style taste. Which, for one, I think that's great, because you have somebody who's really not keen on dressing up, or they see it as a chore. You give them some fun options like that, play around with the buttons. It kind of appeals to them. So like I can appreciate that. And I am a stickler for the rules, people who know me, but sometimes it's okay to skirt away from that a little bit. So that's just some differences between the blazer and the sport coat. Now, like the sport coat, the blazer has that versatility, because you're not having the matching pants, so you can do some different things with it. You can pair it with different pants, you can pair it with just a shirt or a polo, do a dress down look. The look I selected today is harking back to my schoolboy days, because I don't wear as many blazers as I used to. Growing up, if I wasn't in a suit, I probably had on a blazer. This was a great dress down weekend kind of look for me, or evening look for me. Usually a white or light blue shirt, off-white if I was lucky, very, basic. And then I always had like a solid or striped or a like rep stripe tie. This one of my older ties, I've had it for quite a while now. Just, striped tie option. So that is just my thoughts on the blazer, and I want to talk about the history a little bit. So the blazer originated with the British Royal Navy. And at this time, it was a double-breasted style, so it came all the way across. Now, you will still see double-breasted style today on the blazer. It's not as prevalent, but it's still there. Now, what's great about the double-breasted look is for certain body types, it comes in, so it creates that kind of silhouette in the middle, which I kind of like that aspect of it. But I don't wear too much. I don't really wear double-breasted myself. I don't have that in my wardrobe, but it's a good option for certain body types. And it's a nice traditional style. So now their style differed because it was the Navy, so you had all the adornments, you had the things on the shoulders, you had patches going down the jacket, you had all the different awards and ranks and different things would be styled onto the jacket. And it was primarily just, the British Royal Navy and, navies in general. So that started to shift around 1837. We had a new queen in England, Queen Victoria, and she decided to pay a visit to the Royal Navy fleet. And in honor of that, they decided they needed new jackets. So they had new jackets commissioned, all brand new, crisp, clean, and the nice, just bold blue color. And she took her tour and she loved the jackets. She went on and on about the jackets. And of course, word of this got out to the public. Oh, well, she likes these jackets. I want a jacket too. So people started commissioning their own blazers. Now, once this got out to the public, we had a different style blazer coming out, similar to what I'm wearing now, single-breasted. Now, blazers you're going to see can be like 1 or 2 button. You're never going to see with other jackets. You have some jackets that are like 3, 4 buttons or more. With the blazer, you're going to have just the 1 or 2 button. So, 2 button notch lapel, those were starting to come out. Because you can't wear the exact same jacket as the Royal Navy. So these ones were more basic. You still had the, decorated buttons, but you didn't have all the adornments. You might have had maybe a nautical theme patch or a crest or something on the jacket. So that, became a very popular thing. We started noticing it and getting into the collegiate area first. A lot of yachting clubs and nautical themed events were really, because they're similar to, the Navy, they were taking on the jackets, and different colleges and schools were starting to adopt the jacket. A lot of your more private or prep schools that had like the serious uniforms, they liked the jackets because you had the different attachments, so like they could have their school crest on it or their name, something like that. So that became very popular, and to this day you still have several schools over in England that have like those uniforms with the jacket, and even colleges and things like that. And of course, like many other things from England, the jackets found their way over to the States and they became popular over there. Again, with like the Ivy League and the college kind of route. And again, here we have private schools and prep schools that adorn the same concept of like the jacket with the school insignias on it and things like that. They became very popular too in the South among like the Southern prep lifestyle and things like that. Again, I think a lot of it is because of the versatility of the jacket, so you can pair it with so many different things. It can be like a dress-up, dress-down look, as I mentioned already. So I think that was a big tool to its success and why it took off so greatly at first. And of course now you have so many styles of jackets, where before it started as navy and very traditional, you have like, now you have some lighter blues, and then you have like the navies like I'm wearing now. You even have black now. I've even seen like maroon or burgundy, and that's usually specific to like school colors, and like emerald greens, things like that, which are usually specific to school. You don't usually see those colors outside of like the collegiate field. I've even seen tan as more of like a summer look. If you're just doing like a tan jacket, you have like the poplin material, that's that kind of southern material, poplin blazer. Things like that. And those, the tan jackets, the poplin jacket I'm talking about, that probably is going to have more of a regular suit button, but it's still technically a blazer because it's solid. And those come in like a variety of tans and things like that. You even have seersucker. If you don't do the whole suit, you just do the jacket, that can be considered kind of a blazer, seersucker blazer. Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. Sport coat, That's where those lines start to get blurred. Yeah, so basically that is just a brief history on the sport coat and its origins and my thoughts on the sport coat. So, as always, like and subscribe at the bottom, and let me know what you think in the comment section. And until next time, this is Bow Tie Guy 85 signing off.